So to get the tail light out, guys, just gonna wanna undo those two nuts that were there. And then you're gonna wanna pull straight out. Don't do it at an angle or anything, because there's these little like metal pins here, so you don't wanna break those. So just pull it straight out and it shouldn't come out. Then right up here, there is one T25. So there it is, there's one T25 right up in here. All right guys, so then there's two plastic clips down here. There's gonna be one here and one back here. All right guys, so now we've got to go under the car, and there's gonna be a 10mm under this cover. Actually, let me try to get this cover off. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then there's a 10mm under there. So we got 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. And then I think there's actually 2 more over there. All right guys, so after you remove the 7, so there's actually 7 bolts under there, there's gonna be 2 more on the bumper under the taillights. All right guys, so that should be about ready to start pulling this baby off. There's some clips here, here, and around the edges. And there's gonna be a sensor right in here to unplug for all the sensors. So I'm gonna start at the edge, grab it, go. Actually just lost a little metal clip here. This is, I'm assuming, what that screws into right here. So we want to leave that there and remember to put that in. Alright, now we got this side. Now we'll do the other side. Yet again, that little metal piece didn't come out. Sensor is unplugged. I think that should be good. Set that down for a minute, see what's holding it on. Looks like there's a third plastic clip under the wheel well that we missed. Yeah, so there's actually 3 plastic clips underneath the wheel well, not 2. So I've got to make sure you get all 3 of those out. Alright guys, so now we gotta remove the crash bar, and there's 3 bolts in there, then we got 3 on the other side to remove. We also actually need to remove this plastic piece here, because this plastic piece kind of gets in the way of us taking this plate off too. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10mm, I think. Yeah, 10s. Then we can just set this kind of up here like that. And then we got to do the same thing that we do with the crash bar, take these 4 boys off here. Go, and that one's off too. Alright guys, so next up what we're going to do is go ahead and put a washer on all of these. And then what we'll go ahead and do is mount it up. Okay. There we go. Then we're going to take these nuts here that we used to take off those little pieces there. That piece over there that we removed. We're going to use those and put them back onto here. To feed these, so we have to feed these through now and put them through the back here. So I'm just going to take these back off. These go through here. supposed to sit like that. And I do not believe you put a washer through on that side because they're supposed to go into this groove here. And I'm going to slightly screw one of these nuts on so they don't fall through. Okay. So now I think I'm ready to go ahead and tighten these down and torque them. You just want to make sure they're centered basically. Let me get them close here. Alright guys, so now those look good and we're supposed to torque them to about 50 foot-pounds. So, I already have this set to about 50. So let's torque these up. I'm actually going to put a piece of masking tape behind here so that these stay in place while I'm putting the crash bar back on. Alright guys, so now we put a washer on here. Then we put a washer on here, and on the other side. Alright guys, so now let's put the crash bar back on. Alright guys, now we're going to torque these ones to 50 foot-pounds. Alright guys, I just finished it all up. Take a look. Now all the bumper and everything is done. So this is what it looks like under here. Here's the hitch. And I had to cut a much bigger hole than you would think because... So if you guys look, the hole is much bigger. Like, look how much farther it goes back. So you would think, oh, you only need to cut to here. But how else are you gonna get this on? Because you need enough room to slip this whole thing through, and this is about 6 inches, so I had to cut the hole about 6-7 inches. The only thing I could think about is maybe tilting this whole cover, taking it off or something, but I'm definitely gonna look into maybe covering the rest of that up somehow, but there we go, that's it, it's all done. So I know some of you guys are gonna have some questions about ground clearance, so let's check the lowest point on the car first. So it looks like the lowest point on the Tesla is right about here. It's just a little under 5 inches right here. That's like the lowest point on the Tesla. 8 inches of ground clearance. That's not bad at all. I thought it would be much worse, to be honest. That is not bad. Yeah, about 8 inches.